La Liga has become corrupt. Barcelona and Real Madrid can now steal one player every season from a club in Spain. And as I take over as the brand new Atletico Madrid manager, Barcelona have taken Julian Alvarez and Real Madrid have taken Jan Oblak from my team. So now I have to go ahead and rebuild this team and somehow make Atletico the world's best team, winning the Champions League. And we still have new signing Ademola Lookman and superstar midfielder Pablo Barrios, two players I want to build the team around. However, it gets even worse as Griezmann has moved to Orlando City early and Llorente has decided to ditch us for Man United, and that is because I replaced Diego Simeone, but I have no managerial experience and some Atletico legends have decided to leave. But you know who also doesn't back me? The board does not back me, as they have only allowed me to sign players at a max 83 overall. But every time we complete a challenge, that goes up, but if we fail, it goes down. And our team has been absolutely obliterated. We have one player above 80 in our defense and not a single starting player over the rating of 85. But at least Llorente left for 30 mil and Griezmann for 10, while of course Oblak and Julian were stolen for free. So now with 130 million, we must kickstart our journey to win the Champions League with Atletico in a very corrupt La Liga right now. But to start my journey, I decided to rock a 4-1-2-1-2 wide. I really want to rock the two-striker formation. And I'm gonna be honest, I completely forgot we have the likes of Jimenez and Lenormand, who are above an 80 overall. So the center back positions isn't too bad. And instead of signing a brand new right back, I think I want to turn Giuliano Simeone kind of like Llorente. So he'll be perfecting that right back role over the next couple seasons. But like I mentioned, we can only sign players as high rated as an 83 overall, as our first challenge is to get Atletico de Madrid in the top 4 so we can increase that overall limit. And I think that first position we need to sign is the goalkeeper position. I've decided to go cheap for 12 million Yasin Bunu, 34 years old, only because I don't think the goalkeeper position is that important just yet. We have bigger problems in this team. So now with Yasin Bonu in the side, I mentioned there are a lot of problems. That right mid position, that left back position, and maybe even that attacking mid, Almada, is not proven yet. And the 3 best options I have found is Mohamed Kudus from Tottenham, Francisco Trincao from Sporting, and Savinho from Man City. 83 overall cap is really doing us dirty, but for a very expensive 63.5 million, I am bringing in Francisco Trincao, and Trincao drastically improves that right-hand side, and our team is getting so much better. I'm just worried because next season, Barca and Madrid will steal another player from me, and this will go on until I can finally win La Liga. And for my final 2 signings, for 26 million, I brought in Carlos Romero and Christoph Piatek as the backup striker because he was a free agent, and we have no money left. So this is the starting 11 to kick off our first season at Atletico. Yes, it's in an even worse side, but I believe that one day we can win the UCL. However, I did forget to mention Fernando Torres is back in the game, but you can see he is loan listed, and that is because he is not allowed to play for the club until we're La Liga winners again. So basically, he's gonna help us win the Champions League one day. Well, at least if we ever win La Liga. But it's time for my first game of the season as Atletico manager. Is this new team good enough to beat Espanyol? 7 minutes in, Pablo Barrios with a great through ball into Alexander Sorloth. Can he create this chance? Gives it to Lookman, takes a touch, finesse, and goes in. No Julian, no Griezmann, no problem. Espanyol on the attack gives it into Roberto and it goes in. It looks like our defense is a little bit weaker. I know Oblak would have saved that. Trincao gets rid of one. Trincao gets rid of a second. Here comes Francisco Trincao, our big money signing this season. And so Trincao squares it into Lookman. Great save. And now here comes Trincao on the ball, looking to get rid of these defenders. He does. Through ball into Thiago Almada with a finish. Let's go. Back in the lead before halftime. And now in the second half, Thiago Almada through ball all the way to Trincao, squares it into Piatek off the bench. We even got a free agent signing amongst the goals. First game, first win, but it's only Espanyol. We need to beat the likes of Villarreal, Madrid, and Barca if we want to finish top 4 this season. If not, our max overall restriction will lower if we fail. And on the last day of the season, we'll be facing Villarreal, who sit in 5th. Well, we do sit in 4th place, tied with points, but we have scored 20 more goals than them as long as we don't lose. However, Kai Havertz has been extremely dangerous for them in the top 5 goal scorers of the entire league. But this is not good. We have an injury crisis. Alexander Sorloth is out for this game. Mark Bubu and Gonzalez. And how long has Trincao been injured? Went down on -1. Not been a good spend of money so far. But the game has kicked off. Surely we should win this game. It's Tajer Buchanan for Villarreal. We're looking for the tackle here. We can't find it. Ayosi Perez. Coast defender. Great tackle. How is that a pen? That is not a penalty. That's clean, man. Controversial pen to give Villarreal the lead. goes down the middle, it goes in. That is never a penalty, man. Oh, here come Villarreal once again. Ayozi, we're fine. Dude, another penalty. Shut up, man. Shut up, man. Gerard Moreno to take the next penalty for Villarreal, top corner. We're 2-0 down. 15 minutes in, man. Are you serious? And here comes Krzysztof Piątek. We need to go back. Can the former free agent do something? Gives it off into Alex Baena, the number 10. Oh, man. Diego Almada through ball into Adamo Lugman. Finds Krzysztof Piątek. Come on, we need to go back to kickstart the remontada. Let's go. The former free agent is saving our season right now. Oh, but it's a through ball into Gerard Moreno. We missed a tackle. 3-1. How are we getting outclassed by Villarreal, man? And the game comes to an end. A Moreno hat-trick. La Liga really did us dirty. With Julian and Oblak, we would have finished in the top 4, man. And it gets even worse. We didn't even finish in the Europa League space. We finished in the conference. As Madrid run away with the title, we're a long way from winning the UCL, man. But there are some positives. Lookman got 22 goals. Sorloth 16 goals before his injury. Even Nico Gonzalez got amongst the goals. And our free agents as well. And Fernando Torres went up a +7. Oh, I can't wait till we can use them one day, man. But luckily, in Season 2, Real Madrid have decided to steal Kai Havertz from Villarreal. Super weird move. However, Barcelona again have decided to steal another one of our attackers, and Alex Baena. He was an 87 overall, but to be honest, I wasn't too impressed with his output last year. But because we failed our challenge last year, we can only sign players maxed 81 overall, a -2. But Alexander Sorloth has also decided to leave to Bayern Munich because we do not have Champions League football. Not only do we lose players on the free, some players could just get mad and leave, man. So once again, our team has gotten a bit weaker, but everybody in our starting 11, bar Piątek, is at an 80 overall, so it's not too bad. So of course, straight away, we need to replace the outgoing Sorloth, and we do have 190 million to spend. Too bad we can only sign somebody at a max 81, and I really wanted to go for Samu, but he's at an 82 overall, so we just can't get him. And I think our best option is Mexican Santiago Jimenez, one of my favorite players. So for only 40 million with a potential of 84, he's a pretty good signing considering the circumstances right now. And I think I also want to bring back Alejandro Garnacho to Atletico. So for 55 million, we're bringing him back to Spain. I know he isn't a superstar just yet, but we know the potential he truly has. So Santi and Garnacho join the side. Hopefully they turn out to be incredible. But I think we're also missing some squad depth. Definitely a backup right mid. And also a backup center attacking mid, because I feel like Almada might be poached by one of the big clubs soon. And for the right mid, for 32 million, I'll go from Talbi from Sunderland, a very, very special winger. And for my final 35 million, I am signing one of my favorite players in Gilberto Mora. And he costed all of our money, so he better reach his full potential, man. So the new signings have now joined the bench, and I'm very happy. We needed super subs in our team, man. Our challenge this season is to win the Europa League. That'll get us back to a max signing of an 83 and hopefully on track to winning the Champions League again. But it turns out we finished in 5th place in the Europa League. What's wrong with this game? We're supposed to be in the conference. But round of 16, we beat Kiev. Quarterfinals, we beat Olympic Lyonnais. And in the semis, we just beat Newcastle. And we're facing Roma in the Europa League final. Something I forgot to mention. Every time we win a trophy as well, it's another +1 overall. And when it comes to top goal scorers, they don't have a single standout player in like the top 10 goal scorers. But you always have to be careful with Paulo Dybala, one of the most underrated players I've ever seen. Even the likes of Omar Marmoush is playing for them. And the great news is everybody is fit for this final. Can we go ahead and win our first trophy at Atletico, complete our challenge, and get Atletico back to where they belong? But here comes AS Roma on the ball, looking to go 1-0. The terrible defending Bonu. Great save. Maria Jimenez gives it to Trincao on the ball, gives it to Thiago Almada, finds Santiago. Santiago gives it to Alejandro Garnacho. Can we go 1-0? Alejandro Garnacho top-ins. That's why we brought him in. He's recovering his career. Back home here. But here comes Omar Marmoush now. He's through on goal. 1v1. Shoots. Great save, Bonu. Santi Jimenez gives it to Francisco Trincao, who finds Ademola. Back into Santi. Into Trincao. 1v1 squares into Lugman instead. 2-0. 22 minutes in. We've extended our lead. But here comes AS Roma. It's a through ball into Afif, looking for the shot, and Bonu can't get a save. We got beaten way too easily there, man. But now it's Omar Marmoush on the ball. It falls to Kone in the second half. It's a brilliant goal from Roma. Nothing I can do about it there. We've bottled our 2-goal lead. Mora now on the ball, came in as a sub, through ball into Santiago Jimenez. 1v1, and it goes in. The two Mexicans link up, and we take the lead again. One more goal to finish up this game. Mora gives it to Santi, holds up the play, through ball into Ademola Lugman with a finish. It goes in the 90th minute. 4-2. How unfortunate for Roma. And Pablito lifts the Europa League. We achieve our challenge. A +3. We can now sign 84 overalls. Things are going to be changing around here. If you've enjoyed this video so far and want to see more regular rebuilds, subscribe and comment down below what teams you want to see. And the growth of this team has been incredible. 87 Lookman, 84 Almada, 88 Captain Barrios. And even the likes of Gilberto and Toby are growing drastically here. But surprisingly, our top goal scorer was Piatek, as the goals were really shared throughout the entire squad. I wonder if Barca or Madrid are going to steal any of our players. And it gets better because we finished in third. Madrid running away with the title again. Supercopa was won by Barca and the Copa del Rey was won by Madrid. No extra points for our overall max signings. But I'm a little bit disappointed that none of our players are fighting for the Golden Boot this season or last year, as it seems Baena was a great signing for Barca. But luckily in Season 3, Barca have decided to bring back Abde. He won the Golden Boot last year for Betis, and even Real Madrid took from Villarreal and Alberto Moreiro. That's a pretty good signing, but we don't strengthen Madrid or Barca this season. But we were not gonna get away with it, as Ademola Lookman decided to join Liverpool, as he wants to succeed in the Premier League where he came from. But he wasn't the only one, as Francisco Trincao has decided to leave Europe and go to Saudi. He didn't feel comfortable at Atletico for some reason. As this is what our team is looking like now. I'm very happy we haven't lost a lot of defenders. Telby's taking the place of Trincao and Piatek for now for Lookman. Now we do have 314 million to spend, and that is because Lookman left for 70 mil and Trincao for 50. However, before I sign anybody, we're in the UEFA Super Cup final. If we can win this, instead of signing 84 overalls, we can sign max 85s. I'm taking that risk, man. So can we go ahead and win a second trophy and get that +1 increase in our next signings? Oh, but here comes Mikel Goetz from Man City and falls into Ferran Torres. Why did City resign him and why did he score against us? He sucks, man. And here comes Alejandro Garnacho, gives it to Thiago Almada, who finds Taubi into Santi through ball, into Garnacho, lays it up for Taubi. It goes in. Straight away, we get a go back. But here comes Alejandro Garnacho, lays it up into Piatek, who gives it to Thiago Almada, looking for the 1v1. Gives it to Santi instead. What a game we have so far. It's 2-1, 12 minutes in. Oh, it's gonna be a goal fest. But now it's Man City and the ball gets rid of one defender. Go for the second. And Ferran Torres, Bonu, great save. Christian Piatek on the counter attack. Can we find a through ball here? He does find Thiago Almada. Great first touch from him. Thiago Almada, 1v1 finesse. Horrible shot, man. And now it's Taubi on the counter attack. 26 minutes in. Can we go ahead and take a 3-1 lead? They're not marking him at all. Taubi left foot and finish. Tompkins. 2-goal lead in the first 30 minutes of this game. Man City on the ball in the box here in the second half. Mikel Götze looking for the shot here and it goes in. How did Pupil miss that tackle? He could have blocked it. Man City once again. Semenyo gives it to Ferran Torres. Finds Philip Foden. Let's not concede another. Semenyo looking to get past. Great tackle from Romero. That's a penalty. That is a penalty. No, unbelievable. I thought La Liga was the only corrupt league right now. It's a penalty for Ferran Torres. 1v1 against Bonu. Great save, Yasin Bunu. Garnacho on the ball gives it into Santi into Piatek, into Gilberto Mora. Looking to finish off this game. Piatek, what? How you missed that, man? You need to finish it off. It's Gilberto Mora now on the ball. We need another goal to secure this win. City can score any moment. It's a pass into Mark Pupil with a finish. Let's go. Mora with a great pass and Mark Pupil with the winning goal. And Pablito lifts the UEFA Super Cup. We can now sign players with a max of 85 overall. But our goal this season is to actually win La Liga, which means we'll be facing Barca and Madrid, and there's a way to protect some of our players. More on that later. Well, first of all, of course, we need to sign a brand new striker. And I'm actually stuck between 3 players here. Samu, who I tried to go for earlier. Moise Kean, who's at Crystal Palace right now. And Ferran Torres, surprisingly, he's bad in real life, but apparently he's incredible in this game. But at the end of the day, for 75 million, I'm bringing back Samu to Atletico. A big, strong striker will be a perfect pair for Santi Jimenez. And Samu is now an Atleti player, but don't forget, Fernando Torres is still waiting as soon as we win La Liga. Controversially, I think we need 2 brand new wingers that could maybe start over Garnacho and Taubi or fight for their positions with them. And I've decided to go for 2 Brazilians. The first one for 100 million. We're bringing in Estevao, the Wonder Kid. He's just an 85 overall. It's a perfect signing here. And then for another 70 million, we're bringing in Savinho. This is the biggest win that we've had so far. We better make sure we win La Liga so they can stop taking our players and Fernando Torres can come in the side to help us win the champion. And boys, our team is looking absolutely incredible. We're finally back to a good level. Other than Yasin Buno, he is starting to go down. This could cost us La Liga. And our first game of the season is actually going to be against Barcelona. And as the game is set to kick off, I did mention there's a way to protect individual players. Anytime we beat Barcelona or Real Madrid in the league, we get to pick one player to protect that can be stolen next season. But here come FC Barcelona. It's Rafinha on the ball, gives it into Gavi. It falls into Julian Alvarez. Our old teammate shot. Great save from Bonu. Pablito Barrios gives it into Santiago. Back into Pablito. Pablito into Santiago Jimenez. Looking to make it 1-0. Yes, it does. On his weak foot, we're upsetting Barcelona so far. And now it's Thiago Almada with a brilliant through ball into Estevao. First touches as an Atletico player as well. Gives it to Samu. Shots. Clear balls. Come on. Rafinha 1v1 against the goalkeeper and he bangs it in. It's 1-1 going into halftime. Estevao picks up the ball. We need him to create something here. Gives it to Santi. With the finish, it goes in. Estevao links up with our Mexican to put us back in the lead, man. Julian on the ball, looking to make it 2-2. Pablito Gavi, it goes in. They've equalized the game again, man. But we failed to beat Barcelona at home. We missed out on a crucial 3 points and the chance to protect one of our players from getting snapped up on a free. I hope we could beat Real Madrid or Barcelona the second time around. But unfortunately, we went ahead and lost 3-2 to Madrid, and then the second time around, we got smashed as we have one last chance to beat Barcelona, save one of our players. If not, winning the UCL will get even harder. But here come Barcelona to kick off this game. It falls into Julian Alvarez. Terrible defending. And in the first 10 minutes, they lead, man. And now it's Santiago Jimenez looking to create something we need to get an equalizer already. We need to win this game. It's Estevao. It's still Estevao. Estevao Julian gives it to Savinho. Cuts to his left finish. Let's go. The two Brazilians link up for a draw so far. Thiago Almada on the ball gives it to Samu. And here comes Samu. Samu gives it back into Thiago. Thiago into Savinho again. Let's go. This man literally doesn't score in real life, but he's scoring for us tonight. But here comes Barcelona looking to equalize. Bonu. Brilliant save. Estevao gives it into Santiago Jimenez, who finds Samu. Samu back into Santi. Santi through ball into Estevao to make it 3-1 in the first half. We're smashing Barcelona. Estevao, thank you. Thank you. 2 minutes left to go. I want another goal. Santi gives it to Gilberto Mora. Can we go ahead and finish this off? Back into Santi. Can he finish? Yes, he does. 4-1 at the Camp Nou. And after that win, it's clear the one player we need to protect, our best one, our captain, Pablo Barrios. A bit boring, but he's been incredible. However, we have failed to win the league title as Real Madrid win it for a third year straight. 121 goals. Is ridiculous, man. Which means we now go back to signing players at an 83 overall. Real Madrid won the Copa de España and also the Copa del Rey, so it stays at an 83 for us. And boys, how can we compete? Mbappe with 27, Rodrigo with 24, Santi got 22, as Yamal had 16. But this is the Madrid super team we're gonna have to take down next year. It might be impossible, man. But our team does continue to grow. Barrios, of course, at a 91. Giuliano Simeone. We probably have the second best right back in world football. And Estevao also at an 88. Santi was our top goal scorer with 31, 18 and 25 for Barrios, 17 and 14 for Estevao. And Fernando Torres gets a +8, now at an 82. Oh, boys, we need to win that league title ASAP. We need him in our team. And the first player to leave in the brand new season is actually Giuliano Simeone. He is reuniting with his father at Inter Milan. Nothing I could have done to stop that transfer. But it's back to stealing for Real Madrid as they're bringing in Thiago Almada. We're losing our camp. I knew he'd eventually leave us. He's way too good for our team. But they weren't the only ones, as Barcelona have taken our best center back in David Hanko. Man, we should have won the La Liga title last year, man. This would have been over. Of course, Hanko and Almada were free, but for 100 million, Giuliano left. That gives us 261 million. But of course, only a max 83 overall, man. But don't you worry, as soon as we win La Liga, we can sign anybody we want on our journey to win the Champions League. But for now, we definitely need a new right back. We talked about a brand new goalkeeper and a brand new center back that could back up Jimenez and Pubel, because Lenormand's the best one, but I want somebody at an 83 overall. And up first for 30 million, we brought in Dean Henderson, 31 years old, 83 overall, still has room to grow. For 60 million, we bring in Belgian center back from Sporting, De Bas, 83 overall, and we'll probably grow a lot more. And finally, for a whopping 100 million, Givairo Reed is now joining us. He must have insane potential now, because 100 million for an 83 rated right back is insane. It's our brand new starting 11 with De Bas on the bench for now. Mora taking Almada's spot, hopefully does well, and Reed in that right back spot. And 22 games into the season, and we're only 1 point behind Real Madrid. As we're facing them in match day 23, this is the biggest game of my career. Here come Real Madrid, Alexander Isak, it goes wide. Nice. And now it's Pablito Barrios on the ball, opens it wide for Estevao, and here comes the Brazilian, gives it to Santi, lays it up into Gilberto Mora. Gilberto Mora's through and go. 1v1 scores it to Samu, let's go! In under 10 minutes, we take the lead. Santi Jimenez gives it to Estevao. Here comes the Brazilian. Can we make it 2-0 in the first half? Because inside finesse. Let's go. We're destroying Real Madrid at our stadium. Oh, but it's Eduardo Camavinga now on the ball looking for a goal. Great save, Dean. Savinho gives it to Samu. Samu into Santi. Lays it up for Gilberto Mora. It's no. How did he miss that? We could have ended the game. Gilberto Mora through ball into Estevao. Please, just end up this game. They could remontada anytime. Estevao comes back into Savinho. Let's go. 3-0. We're beating Madrid. We'll get to save a player, but it doesn't matter if we win the league. But look at our squad at the end of the season. Estevao 91. Dean Henderson must have gotten a boost of potential when he signed. 23 and 16 for Estevao, our best player. 21 and 1 for Santi. 14 and 18 from our Capi. And 14 and 10 for Mora. And if we won the league title, Fernando Torres could be starting for us next season. And yes, we have done it. We have won the league title. Barca Madrid can no longer steal players, and we can sign anybody we want. Because next season, we're going to try our best to win the UCL already. And in the brand new season, Fernando Torres will be starting next to Santi. And if we take a look at this team, there is one player I want to replace. Savinho scored 2 against Madrid, but it looks like he kept up his potential. I want a new superstar. And for 130 million, we brought in Kvicha Kvaratskhelia. He's been cooking in real life. It's time to win the Champions League. But so far in the UCL, we finished in first place, tied with points with Real Madrid. Round of 16, we smashed Bayern. Quarters, we beat PSG. And semis, we beat City. And now we face Barcelona in the final. Not a single easy team we've had in our run. And I'm disappointed to say we don't have a top goal scorer here in the Champions League. Fernando Torres is the closest one. Well, of course, Barca have the likes of Julian, Alex Baena, Lamine Yamal, Joshua Zirkzee. What are you doing here? And this is the team we're going in the UCL final. Now, an entire midfield at a 90 overall. Dean Henderson 90. Torres about to hit that. 35 goals for Santi, 32 for Fernando Torres, 21 and 7 for Estevao, 15 and 12 for Mora, and then 32 for Barrios, and 10 and 16 for Kvaratskhelia. We have a super team. And we only get the one chance of winning the UCL. If we fail tonight, we go down as failures, and we make Atletico the world. Comes Kvicha Kvaratskhelia on the counterattack from a corner. Here he comes running down the wing, gives it to Fernando Torres, into Gilberto Mora through ball, into Santi volley. It's the post, man, come on. But it's a through ball from Pedri into Julian Alvarez. 1v1, it hits the post, and no, please clear it out. He misses. He missed the sitter. Well, here comes Frankie de Jong. 1v1, can we get there, please? Henderson, thank you. And now it's Gilberto Mora on the ball, gives it to Fernando Torres. Torres into Kvaratskhelia. Kvaratskhelia into Fernando Torres. Back it to Pablo Barrios. Santi Jimenez gives it to Torres. Finesse shot and goes in. The Atleti legend we waited for puts us 1-0 up. Oh, but it's Lamine Yamal on the ball. Yamal still, he dribbles past the defenders into Julian. I just got absolutely cooked. And the game can't be decided in extra time either. We're going to a pen shootout, man. Julian, former Atleti player, to take the first penalty for Barca to the right. Dean Henderson with a save. Atleti legend Fernando Torres, he can't screw this up. We need him to score. Bottom left bangs it in. Lamine Yamal to take the next penalty for Barca down the middle. He hits the post, he misses. Estevao score on Lamine's head to make it 2-0. Yes, he does. Let's go. Former player of ours, Alex Baena, goes down the middle. It goes in. Fair enough. Pablito Barrios, he never left us. We saved him a couple times. El Capitano, bottom left, slots it in. We're gonna win, man. And David Hanko, if he misses this, we win the UCL. Our former center back got stolen. Dean Henderson guesses the right way, but can't save it. All up to Mexican Santi Jimenez. Can he put this one away? Top right, let's go. As we win the Champions League, Atletico become the world's best team. And if you guys enjoyed this video, click on this video right here. You're gonna love it.